Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
We are a community of ongoing legacy and tradition. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are so proud of the continued success of the Mangum Tigers on and off the field. Good luck on another exciting sports season, Tigers. Cattlemen's Bank is behind you all the way.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Hi, I'm Anna with Dapper 14 Boutique at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year and invite you to visit our store. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Start the new year off right with something special from Dapper 14. Come see us or visit us on Facebook or at dapyr14.com.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month 4,500 GWC powertrain warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers!
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
We yell loud and proud because we love the Mangum Tigers. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. On and off the field, we support the Tigers through and through because once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. And Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to baseball on Classic Hits 97.7, OKSports.tv, the Classic Hits 97 Facebook page, and Tiger TV as we get set for a semifinal matchup between the Mangum Tigers and the Badgers of Elmore City-Pernell. Good to have you alongside. The wind has shifted a little bit and actually is right at our back here, and it is blowing straight out to center field. So it will be interesting to see how the outfielders fare with balls that get up in the air. Watched a ball game prior to this, and there were outfielders that struggled, to say the least. So you win here this afternoon, and you'll play tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the championship of the Big Bat Tournament here in Hobart. If you lose, you come back and play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I think everybody involved excited that instead of playing at 8 o'clock this evening, as had been originally scheduled, because some teams dropped out, they decided to go ahead and start at 10 o'clock this morning and just move everything back a couple of hours. We found out at about 3:30 this afternoon. Thanks to you Mangum fans for letting us know there at the big box store. And so it'll be Mangum and Elmore City-Pernell in this ball game. And again, you win 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You lose 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you win that 10 o'clock ball game tomorrow morning, then you will turn around and play for third place. And that ball game is scheduled to get underway at 2. So I was a little concerned if I was going to get home in time to see the Final Four get underway tomorrow evening on CBS, and I think we're going to be able to. By the way, I did not know this. I should have, because he announced it earlier this year, and I remembered it after I read the story. But this will be the Final Four for Jim Nantz. He is walking away, wants to spend more time with his family. He's got a couple of young kids, even though he's 63 years old. I'm fast approaching that. I can't imagine having young kids. So, Jim, more power to you, buddy. He talked about the fact that the Final Four, starting on that Saturday, you come back and do the championship game on Monday, and then wherever the national championship is played, he's got to get on a jet and fly to Augusta, Georgia to get ready for the Masters. And even though the Masters doesn't begin until Thursday, they have that par 3 tournament on Wednesday. It gives him an opportunity to hobnob with all the folks. So I wish I had those kind of troubles. I mean, I just simply do my job there at the DHS, go get a haircut, go to the big box store, and then find out I've got to dash to Hobart. I don't have that jet-setting life like Nance does. Or I could be Chad Fox and burning up the highway between here and Lawton. Should be a fun one. Jennifer Reiser has checked in. She says, let's go, boys. And indeed, that is the case. And it was appropriate and ironic, and the music gods were on my side. One of the songs that played on my iTunes as I drove from Altus to here was Kenny Loggins and Footloose. Of course, Elmore City is where the idea for Footloose came about. And for those that are younger in the listening audience, that remake that came out, the mid-teens, something like that? It was originally in 1983 and 84 that movie came out. Thank you very little. So we've got the Badgers. Badgers? We don't need no stinking Badgers. And the Tigers coming up. It's semifinal Friday night from the Big Bat Tournament in Hobart. We're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger Proud.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
All right, warm-ups continue here as we get set for Mangum and Elmore City-Pernell in the final game of day number 2 of the Big Bat Tournament. And Jennifer Reiser, you are correct. The original version of Footloose, by far the best. The music redone, and it's never as good the second time around. And it's still like Kenny Loggins and Footloose, one of the all-time greats, not only from the 80s, but just of all time. I do have to tell a story on my dear friend Tim Rablis on a cruise earlier or actually last summer now, as we've moved into 2023. We had gone to a place where it was really cool. Everybody in the club, as they say, was wearing headphones. So the music was playing, and it was loud, and you could hear it. It was right there in your ears, but it was silent in the club because everybody had headphones on. Anyhow, it was Tim's birthday. He turned 65. And Footloose was playing. And, well, when you're 65, you lose some of your rhythm. I don't know that Tim ever had any. Nonetheless, he was just shucking and jiving to it big time. And his wife, Cindy, looked at him and said, "You look like you're a chicken." So there you go. Yeah, there you got a visual of that one. My good buddy Tim Rablis bobbing and weaving like a chicken to Footloose. This should be a fun one here. And, again, you look at the pitching matchups. And we've been watching the pitchers on each end, and kind of ironic, they really are built rather similarly. Noah Frazier for the Badgers, and his opposite number going to be Nate Augustine for Mangum, and both tall, rangy, lanky. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of pitcher both guys are here this afternoon, because the wind is blowing in their face, and I've talked about this often. If you are a pitcher, you've got off-speed pitches and curveballs and those sort of things, you love the wind blowing in your face because it makes the ball dance that much more. Now, if you're a power pitcher and don't have that in your repertoire, those off-speed pitches, it can become somewhat bothersome for you. So, Augustine for Mangum, Frazier for the Badgers. And guys, again, very similar in stature and in physical nature. Be fun to watch that. And then, as we talked at the top, it'll be fun to watch the outfielders battling that wind and, for a while, the high sky as well. 300 down the right field line here at Fred Gray Stadium, 315 down the left field line, and then 350 to straightaway center. And the fence there is about 16 feet high. So you've really got to jack one to center field. I was asking Colt Allison, who is, of course, in charge of the tournament and runs the Hobart baseball program, if there had been any home runs in the first couple of days of this tournament. And he said a kid from Elk City hit one out yesterday over the left center field fence. And I believe it was that same young man, as we were talking, who tattooed one off the 350 sign in straightaway center. So certainly a possibility with the wind howling out of the west and southwest at, 25 miles an hour consistently, and gusts up to 45 and 50. And we talked about it last night. This is on the backside of a low that has created horrible, severe weather east of us. I know parts of Arkansas have been pounded this afternoon. Southwest Missouri maybe caught some of that as well. So keep those thoughts, folks, in your thoughts and your prayers. We've got Mangum. We've got Elmore City-Pernell coming up. We invite you to stick and stay. We'll have the starting lineups at the first pitch coming up on Classic Hits 97.7.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, "You shouldn't have," but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
The Mangum Star News has been serving southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Back at Fred Gray Stadium, we get ready for Elmore City-Pernell and the Mangum Tigers in this semifinal matchup. And I want to say good afternoon to our dear friend Dusty McAlexander. Dusty checking in. Hello, Dusty. Hope that your Friday afternoon and evening is, well, it's windswept. We know that, but we hope that it's going well. Dave McCook checking in from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, says, let's go Tigers. Want to say good evening as well to Doobie Torres. We can do it. Go, guys. Let's go Mangum. And Jennifer Reisner with the meteorological update. A tornado. And I had heard Arkansas had been struck. I did not realize it was Little Rock. So, again, this wind that we have experienced the last couple of days, part of a low-pressure system that has really ramped up some severe weather to our east. And as Jennifer reporting, tornado reported there in Little Rock. So, it's that time of the year, and we talked about it earlier this week. There is a possibility that this could be one of those springs. Read a couple of stories, one from the National Weather Service and I think one from the meteorologist at Channel 5 talking about this is setting up, the pattern that is setting up is like once every 10 years. And the last time it occurred, it was a brutal spring. So love the moisture, do without the severe weather. I know they lost power up in the Edmond area earlier today because of high winds. Chad was telling me that for a time they lost power at the tower in Granite. So blessed that we're able to be on the air here this afternoon, and at least we're enjoying sunshine, right? We've got Mangum, we've got Elmore City-Pernell coming up. I believe the toss was won by the Tigers. It looks like they will be the home team. Let's see if we're right about that or if they've got the sticks. We'll find out when we come back on Classic Hits 97.7.
We are a community of ongoing legacy and tradition. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are so proud of the continued success of the Mangum Tigers on and off the field. Good luck on another exciting sports season, Tigers. Cattlemen's Bank is behind you all the way.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Well, it's been that kind of week for me. I was wrong. Elmore City-Pernell won the toss. They will be the home team here in this semifinal matchup. We already talked about the fact that the rangy Noah Frazier is on the bump this afternoon for the Badgers. His battery mate is Bryson Arrington. At first base, you'll find Justin Terry. Zane Ballantyne is the second baseman. Colby Green is at third. It'll be Kelby Lauderdale over at short. Cole Green, Dawson Milligan, and Izzy Robinson from left to right in the outfield for this group from Elmore City-Pernell. They are dressed in their home purple tops with the white bottoms. I want to say hi to Mackenzie Laughlin Bates, who's checked in. Brody Smith says, let's go, Mangum. Brody, good to have you alongside, giving your aunt a hard time here before the first pitch is thrown. The offensive lineup for Mangum, Ashton Pride, speaking of the Smith family, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jackson Reisner and then Nate Augustine. Mason Hoppengardner will bat fourth. He'll be followed by Jackson Brooks and Ashton Wetzel. And the bottom third will be Chris Dennis, along with Trey Williams and Mason Parker. So again, it'll be Pride, Reisner, and Augustine, Hoppengardner, Brooks, and Wetzel, Dennis, Williams, and Parker for Mangum. And they are in their white uniforms with the orange numerals and the orange sleeves here this afternoon and this evening. So this one getting underway just a bit early. Scheduled start time of 5:54. Well, nobody going to complain about that, right? And again, if you're just tuning in, where have you been? The winner will come back and play at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the championship of this tournament. The loser will play at 10 tomorrow morning in an elimination ball game. If you win that ball game, you'll advance to the third place contest, which will be played at about 2 o'clock. So we are just about ready to get this one underway, and I don't know how many of you watch highlights or follow Major League Baseball, but Chad Fox was bringing us up to date on the A's and the Angels last night, talking about Shohei Ohtani, and it's hard to upstage Ohtani, but he was the right fielder for the Angels, and I did not catch his name. I saw the highlight. If you've not seen the highlight, you should. Went back, turned the wrong way, stuck his glove out, and caught a no-look line drive in deep right field last night. It was unbelievable. Sometimes you just got to get lucky. So Ashton Pride will step in against Noah Frazier. Frazier gets the sign, and the big lanky right-hander. First pitch on the way to Pride is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Of course, last night, Mangum really struggled against McCarthy of Geronimo. The first 6 guys struck out, and then they exploded for 15 runs over the final 3 innings. Fastball upstairs, 2-0 now on Pride. And again, not a lot of folks here, but the way things are constructed, it can get loud. 2-0 pitch on the way. Outside for a ball, 3-0. And Ashton not showing any inclination to swing the bat. A lot of sunshine for the fielders and a lot of wind as well. Pride in the shadows. Maybe a little bit difficult to pick up the baseball off the bat of the batter. Cold strike right down Broadway with that one, and it's 3-1. Ashton Pride. Before the ball game, visiting with some of the coaches and some of the old-timers, and one of the old-timers, a Hobart old-timer, 3-1 pitch on the way here for Noah Frazier. Lifted in the air on the infield, foul territory, room for Justin Terry. And the first baseman will battle the sun, battle the wind, and make the catch for out number 1. So a good job there by Noah Frazier to come back after being down 3-0 to get the first out of the ball game. And that'll bring Jackson Reisner to the plate. Mom needs to know that Jackson wearing number 9 today. You'll be able to see that, I am sure. Frazier goes to work. And again, kind of like we saw last night from the pitchers for Geronimo, very deliberate. So it'll be interesting to see how Mangum decides to handle that when they get on the base pass. 0-1 now on Jackson. Reisner batting second. A different lineup this afternoon for the Tigers because of injuries and folks not here. Off-speed pitch, sailed outside, count 1-1. Anyhow, to finish the thought on the old-timer, he said that originally, apparently, like during the days of World War II, this was an encampment for refugees from Italy and Germany and whatnot. Pitch back to the screen, 2-1 now on Reisner. And it was a WPA building facility. They built it. And the gentleman was saying that his dad helped build the far concrete wall that is some probably 400 feet away from home plate. And home plate wasn't there then, obviously, but about that area was where the concrete was being mixed. Pitch inside to Reisner, 3-1. And he said his dad would wheelbarrow load after load after load of concrete out to that fence, again, some 400 feet away. That is man's work right there. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Reisner had a cut, but he missed. 3-2. So gone today for Mangum. Aiden Warner, normally the center fielder and number 2 hitter in the order. Reisner taking his place. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He's gone on strikes. 2 up, 2 down. Give some credit to the right-hander Noah Frazier. He has fallen behind the first 2 batters and has found a way to come back and get 2 outs. That'll bring Nate Augustine to the plate. Augustine hit the ball hard a couple of times last night. Again, a ball game that was 1-0 at the end of 2, 2-1 at the end of 3, and wound up being 17-5. First pitch on the way to Augustine. Curveball outside, ball 1. The wind buffeting us, and I couldn't decide if I needed a jacket or not. I've now decided I do. The throwback Montreal Expos jersey, not getting it done. Little ground ball towards short. Laramie going to fire and pitches in the dirt, and it gets away from Terry and save. Lauderdale's throw in the dirt, E6. And Augustine is aboard for Mason Hoppengardner. Well, Kelby Lauderdale got to the ball pretty quickly, but he took a little crow hop, and when he let go of the baseball, it had a sinking motion to it, bounced at the feet of Justin Terry. He couldn't handle it. Augustine now a big lead, and we'll see if that motion is shortened up. It is. Augustine, though, off with a pitch, and he'll slide in safely with a stolen base. So Frazier does shorten up the motion from the stretch, but again, it's still rather languid. Again, as tall as he is, it takes a while to get everything uncoiled and deliver the baseball. Pitch upstairs to Hoppengardner, and the count on Mason, 2-0. Saw Mason before the ball game. Said, "How you doing?" He said, "I'm ready to go. Let's get it. Come on." Tired of waiting around. Augustine at second, 2 gone here in the first. Hoppengardner looks at strike 1. 2-1 on Mason. We talk about the ball getting out of this ballpark. He is one that if he gets it in the air and gets backspin, it certainly can carry out of here. fought off a pitch up in his eyes. That may have been ball 3, but it was too close to take, and that'll level the count at 2-2. So again, Noah Frazier continues to work from behind, but continues to get it done. Chad is here, in case you're wondering. He is radio silence, huh? What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Sounded so good last
Yeah. 2-2 offering on the way here. Called strike 3, and the inning will come to an end. So Mangum will come up empty. No runs, no hits. There was an error and a runner left on board. We've played a half inning. It's Mangum nothing. Elmore City-Pernell coming to bat. And we are Classic Hits 97.7.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Bottom half of inning number 1, it'll be Kelby Lauderdale, Zane Ballantyne, and Bryson Arrington due up here in inning number 1 for this group from Elmore City-Pernell. They'll be followed by Colby Green, Noah Frazier, and Cole Green. And then the bottom third, Justin Terry, Dawson Milligan, and Izzy Robinson. So Lauderdale, Ballantyne, and Arrington, Green, Frazier, and Green, Terry, Milligan, and Robinson, the batting order for Elmore City-Pernell. Meantime, defensively, Mangum will go with Nate Augustine on the mound. His battery mate, Jackson Brooks. At first base, you'll find Mason Parker. And second, Ashton Wetzel. Mason Hoppengardner will take care of third base this afternoon. Ashton Pride is at short. Chris Dennis, Jackson Reisner, and Trey Williams from left to right in the outfield. Austin Baldwin says, let's go number 15. Love you, kid. By the way, number 15, for those of you who don't have a program, would be Ashton Pride. Although it looks like that's number 16. I'm just saying. So here we go. Bottom half of inning number 1, and Lauderdale to lead it off. Shortstop threw a ball in the dirt and got charged with an error in the first, but Mangum could not capitalize. Augustine, second time we have seen him this week. He threw Monday night in that victory against Sayre. Pitch downstairs, 1-0. Bo Anderson not here today. He apparently had to have an MRI. Remember, he got hit with a pitch last night. There's one up in the eyes. Lazy fly ball left field. Dennis coming on, not going to get there. It will bounce in front of him. And that is a Texas Leaguer single to lead off the ball game for Kelby Lauderdale. Lauderdale did not get all of it by any means, but he swung so hard. And playing deep out there is Dennis. And again, we talked about it last night. As an outfielder, your first step has to be back. Easier to come in, but again, that one just looped in there and fell between Pride at shortstop and Dennis in left field. Leadoff runner aboard. Augustine will throw over there. Pretty healthy lead for Lauderdale. Nate, much like his counterpart for Elmore City, Pernell is rather long, and that means he's slow to home plate. Little pop-up on the infield. Good job by Wetzel to find the baseball and make the catch. Boy, sun right in his eyes. And the ball kind of stayed in the sun, but Austin able to stay with it, make the catch for out number 1. So one gone here in the first now for the Badgers. And that'll bring Bryson Arrington to the plate. Arrington batting with wide open stance. Called strike, and it's 0-1. And again, that was a strike all night long last night in the ballgame. Different umpires this afternoon and this evening, but again, that has been a strike consistently throughout the tournament. Lauderdale with the lead at first. Coming home with a pitch, back to the screen will go Arrington, and it's 0-2 on Bryson. So Nate goes compact when he has to, and with a runner on first base, you have to. Austin Baldwin. Yeah, numbers change all the time. We went through that with Jennifer Reisner last night. We never know from one game to the next. This one popped up on the infield. Wen going to make it dance. Calling for it is Mason Parker, and Parker wasn't even in the zip code there. That one all over the place. It's above the overhang of the stadium, and it really starts to dance there. I'm not so sure that Mason lost that in the sun as well. Augustine had given chase, but he wasn't going to get there. So let's see if they take advantage. And again, fouled back to the screen by Arrington. And it'll stay 0-2 on Arrington. Don't be surprised if they don't try to get Arrington to chase. He has gone after balls up in his eyes the last 3 pitches. I think here you drop down and go something below the knees and see if you can get him to chase. 0-2 in the count. Fastball hits the center field. Reisner going back. Jackson still going back, and it's over his head and rolls up against the fence. And see if they send the runner from third, and Lauderdale will stay right there. A double for Arrington with 2 strikes, and he pounded that baseball. Wow. So Arrington winds up at second, Lauderdale at third, still just 1 out, and missing that foul ball was costly for the Tigers. Katie Bowen-Carney has joined us. Hello, Katie. My understanding that the Hubbard Bearcat softball team has got a little tournament going on at the Braun Complex this weekend. Runners at second and third here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No score, but the Badgers threatening with 1 gone. Fastball upstairs. Colby Green ahead in the count 1-0. Green, the third baseman. Lauderdale runs well. He is at third base. Arrington, big kid, at second base. But the outfield is deep for Mangum, so you would think if Green is able to find grass on a base hit, Arrington will be able to score from second base. Strike here on Green. Count level at 1-1. Check the forecast for tomorrow and say the wind at about 10 to 15. It will seem like a light breeze as compared to the last 2 days. Good Lord. Pitch all the way from Augustine, and a little bit outside for ball, 2-1. Again, there have been times that was a strike. Nate kind of deliberate here in his first inning, trying to wiggle out of a jam. Those shadows continue to lengthen, and home plate bathed now in shadows. Swing and a miss, good pitch there. Pulled the string and had Green way out in front. The count level at 2-2 on Colby Green. I want to avoid that 10 o'clock game tomorrow morning just simply because it may be a bit frosty. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Popped up shallow right center field. Going out is Wetzel. But coming on to make the catch from nowhere is Reisner. Tagging at third. Coming in is Lauderdale. Now trying to go to third and sliding in safe is Arrington. So a great job there by Jackson Reisner to come from forever to make the catch for out number 2. But it goes as a sacrifice And scoring on the play is Lauderdale. Taking third, Arrington. So 2 gone now to Noah Frazier. Frazier, the pitcher, chance to help his own cause here. But again, that missed foul ball, and it wasn't an error because nobody touched it, but that missed foul ball off the bat of Arrington has come back to haunt Mangum here in the first. Well, Frazier had a notion. He was going after it, laid off, took it for a strike, 0-1. Good pitch there by Augustine. That ball hit a moment ago by Green, hung in the air forever, and as we mentioned, Reisner on his horse ran a long way to get it. Wetzel just kept drifting away from him. He thought he was camped underneath it. Trey Williams out in right field. No way he was going to get there either. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Fastball. 0-2 now on Noah Frazier. So Augustine would like nothing better than to strike out his mound counterpart here in the first inning and just give up the single tally. 0-2 the count on Frazier. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air to right field. Williams battling the sun, battling the wind. Had the catch, and then he dropped the baseball. He jumped, and I don't know that he needed to jump. Hit his glove and couldn't hold on. So that will result in the second run of the ball game as Arrington jogs home from third, and the inning stays alive for Cole Green. Again, it's tough out there in right field. Well, it's just tough out in the outfield. The sun shining as brightly as it is, and that wind blowing as hard as it did, but a little hop at the end by Williams, and it got him off balance. Speaking of which, Cole Green way out in front of that pitch. It's 0-1 on the left fielder for the Badgers. Now, in all honesty, 2 runs is not going to win this ball game. Not in these conditions. There's no way. 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. And again, Augustine a pitch away from getting out of the inning. Well, I was looking back, and there have been 3 2-strike situations. This is the third. The first 2 should have resulted in outs. There goes the runner. Pitch is lifted into shallow right field. And again, battling it is Wetzel. Ashton not going to make the catch. They're going to send the runner. Here's the throw, not in time, and it's 3-0. Frazier off with the pitch with 2 outs. And again, that wind just providing all kinds of problems for Mangum here in this first inning of play. Nobody puts a glove on that one, so that goes as a Texas leaguer, a doinker, and keeps the inning alive for Justin Terry, the big first baseman. So it's a 3-0 ball game. And Arrington, who put a charge into that ball that hits the center field, really the only guys hit the ball hard, but you don't have to hit it hard in these conditions. First pitch swinging, fly ball left field. Dennis going back. Now he'll circle the wagons and make the catch in left field for out number 3. So the inning will come to an end, but not before Elmore City-Pernell comes up with 3 runs in the frame. 3 runs on a couple of hits. There were 2 errors and a runner left on board. And at the end of 1, it's the Badgers 3, the Tigers nothing. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Hi, I'm Anna with Dapper 14 Boutique at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year and invite you to visit our store. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Start the new year off right with something special from Dapper 14. Come see us or visit us on Facebook or at dapyr14.com.
All right, Mangum trailing 3-0 as we go to the top of the second inning. It'll be Jackson Brooks, Ashton Wetzel, and Chris Dennis due up for the Tigers in their half of the second. The key here is just put the ball in play and then say good luck to the defense because it's tough out there. There's no question about it. Roll it on the ground, pop it up in the air, do something. Just put bat on ball and see what you can do. Don't forget now the big auction coming up tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, along the network on KTJS. You said that's sponsored by the Kiwanis? Rotary, I'm sorry. Okay. Rotary auction tomorrow morning. Lovely and talented Paul Shields right in the middle of that one. He might pick a banjo or two, sing a song. You never know. Pitch a little bit tight from Noah Frazier to Jackson Brooks, and inning number 2 is underway. Brooks, Wetzel, and Dennis due up here in the second for Mangum. 1-0 pitch on the way. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0 now on Jackson Brooks. And again, if you're Mangum, just put it in play, see what happens. That's all that the Badgers did in their half of the inning. Brooks ahead in the count, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for Frazier, and it's 3-0. You can hear the ball snapping the glove of Bryson Arrington behind home plate. But again, he's a little high with it. Speaking of high, let's say hello to Sheila Searcy Collins. Fastball, strike one, 3-1 on Jackson Brooks. Sheila from Elmore City, one of our fine child welfare workers there in the Carter County office, does a great job keeping kiddos safe. And has a son that's the baseball coach over at Wayne. So she knows a little bit about baseball. Swing and a miss here. And the count goes full, 3-2 on Brooks. She tells me, though, that her passion is OU women's softball. And not a bad sport to be passionate about. 3-2 pitch on the way here. Fouled on the right side. It'll stay 3-2. Toonie Lucas Lively has checked in. Hello, Toonie. Good to have you alongside. I know you and the good doctor. I think he's a fan of the Big Red Machine back in the day, and I am as well. By the way, Sheila says Purple Power. That went over the head of Brooks, and it may have hit the bat. It hit the bat. Oh, that's you teach your kids in Little League, if you're going to duck, take the bat with you. So the pitch from Noah Frazier caught the bat of Jackson Brooks, and instead of getting first base on the walk, it'll stay full at 3-2. Pitch on the way from Noah. Fouled back to the screen. It'll stay 3-2. So Sheila, in her best Larry King, says, hello. Houston, hello. Elmore City-Pernell, hello. So again, Frazier set to go to work on Jackson Brooks. Payoff pitch on the way here. Lifted in the air to right field. And Robinson battling the sun, and a good job by Izzy to find that one and make the catch for out number 1. So Brooks hit it to right field and made Robinson make a play out there, right? And he did. So 1 out here for Ashton Wetzel. Want to say hi to Brian Bingham, who has checked in. I hope that Bingham is not like the Carney clan and a fan of the New York Yankees, but something tells me that would be the case, and I would be wholeheartedly disappointed in that. First pitch swinging here, Wetzel foul on the right side, 0-1 on Ashton. Second baseman this afternoon for Mangum. Badgers on top, 3-0. We play in the bottom half of the second frame. Or actually the top half, I'm sorry. Curveball that didn't turn over. And Wetzel has it sail over his head. He did drop the bat. You count level at 1-1. I did ask Sheila, since she was from Elmore City, the home of Footloose, if she could dance. And she said no, she looked like Elaine Bennis. Swinging a miss here, and count 1-2 on Ashton Wetzel. And for those of you who are fans of Seinfeld, just think of that time that Elaine tried to dance to Earth, Wind, and Fire. You get the idea. Sheila, you're too kind, especially after I was mean to you. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Wetzel line shot, base hit, left field. Good job by Ashton. That pitch came in on him, and he kept his hands in and was able to turn on it and get the first base hit of the ballgame for Mangum. So Wetzel aboard with one gone here in the second. And that'll bring Chris Dennis to the plate. Dennis, the left fielder this afternoon for Mangum. Tigers have had a couple of base runners. Augustine reached on an error in the first, but was left stranded. Oh, Bingham. Oh, my goodness. I would have said I liked you better if you liked the Yankees. There goes the runner. Here's the throw, and out at second base. What a throw by Arrington. Boy, Bryson put it right on shortstop Lauderdale's glove, and sliding into the second out of the inning will be Wetzel. That was a perfect throw by Bryson Arrington, and he got rid of it in quick fashion. So Wetzel retired 2-6 if you're scoring along at home, and the count on Chris Dennis is 1-0. So Bingham says he is a fan of the Texas Rangers. Yikes. 1-0 pitch on the way here, upstairs. 2-0 on Dennis. Although I have been to Arlington more than once over the years to watch them play my beloved Royals. And and again, I talked about it last night, there are those that think that Texas may be the team to beat in the West this year. Pitch downstairs, overthrowing the fastball. Dennis ahead in the count 3-0. Frazier really uncorked that one. Now, there was a time, Brian, I will grant you, I was a fan of the Rangers. Of course, Nolan Ryan was playing for them back then. 3-0 pitch on the way here. Cold strike, and the count 3-1 on Chris Dennis. Texas went out and spent some money, got some free agents, and certainly trying to make some noise in the West. But again, remember, the World Series champion, Houston, happens to be in that same division. Good play there by Noah Frazier to go up and get the high hopper. And Mangum gone here in inning number 2. No runs, a hit. That was taken away by the stolen base. And nobody left on base for Mangum. We've played an inning and a half. It's 3-0. Elmore City-Pernell on top. More classic hits, 97.7.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month 4,500 GWC powertrain warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers!
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Welcome back as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and Badgers on top of the Tigers here by a score of 3-0. And due up for Elmore City-Pernell, it'll be Dawson Milligan and Izzy Robinson, numbers 8 and 9 in the lineup, and then back to the top, and Kelby Lauderdale. Checking in with Debbie Dillahunty Davis, who has joined us at the broadcast booth, and she says she loves her some Cards, and I have to admit, being from the Show Me State, St. Louis probably my second favorite team. Of course, they had Albert Pujols for years, and he matriculated at Fort Osage High School, which is just outside of Independence, Missouri, my hometown. So we've always been a fan of the Cardinals, watched them several times over the years against the Royals. And, in fact, I have got tickets. First 4, and I don't know if any of you have watched the Savannah Bananas. Watch any of that on ESPN Plus. If you're a baseball fan, check that out. It is fantastic. They make baseball just absolutely zany, crazy, and fun. As the 1-0 pitch delivered to Milliken here, fouled back to the screen, levels the count at 1-1. Anyhow, they will be in Oklahoma City at Bricktown the Saturday before Memorial Day, and I've got tickets to see that, and going to take my son and his wife, and I'm going to find somebody else to go with us. And then the next day, Kansas City plays at Kaufman in KC against Washington. Got a couple of tickets for that. 1-1 pitch here in the dirt. Count now 2-1 on Milligan. And then on Memorial Day Monday, tickets for Busch Stadium, Kansas City will be doing battle with St. Louis in St. Louis. Love that. So we'll get a chance to see the Cardinals coming up here in a couple of months. Good pitch there by Augustine as he broke one off and leveled the count at 2-2 on Dawson Milligan. By the way, Brian Bingham, you're right. Nolan and Pudge. And I forgot about Ivan Rodriguez being a part of that Texas juggernaut back in the day. And again, I'll give you an amen on the Royals powder blue. That's one of the best-looking uniforms in all of baseball when they wear those on Sunday afternoons. Swing and a miss here. Milligan gone on strikes. Good piece of pitching there by Nathan Augustine. So one out here in inning number 8. Inning number 8, good Lord. Inning number 2, and Mangum trailing 3-0. So one gone. 9th place hitter, Izzy Robinson, steps in, fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-1 on Robinson. Augustine really didn't pitch that badly in inning number 1, even though 3 runs scored in the contest. By the Badgers. And one ball hit hard, but it should have never occurred because the young man who hit it should have been out on a pop foul. Pitch in the dirt here. That'll even the count at 1-1 now on Izzy Robinson. Robinson made a nice catch in right field earlier in the ball game. Austin, who's funny? Austin tells me he loves somebody, and he says that they're funny, but I'm not sure who. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Back to the screen. Had there not been a screen, that would have been right here in the old broadcast booth. And the count 1-2. That's why I didn't bring my glove. By the way, adult men who take gloves to Major League Baseball stadiums, please stop. Just stop. 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball upstairs. And a level the count at 2-2. Let the kids have the balls. Come on, man. Count 2-2. Yeah. Badgers coach asking for clarification. And it is 2-2 on the 9th place hitter, Robinson. Augustine sets to go to work. Nate's pitch lifted in the air to left field. That is hooking foul. Hit hard by Robinson down that third base side, but the wind pushing it foul, and it had hook action on it as well. Robinson's like, dang, man, I had double written all over that one. Just a noisy foul ball. So glad you could join us on a Friday afternoon and evening. Baseball, springtime, doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Oh, Austin's a fan of the Savannah Bananas. You're right, they're great, Austin, no doubt about it. Overthrowing that pitch was Augustine. Nate trying to coax that one over home plate. Robinson stayed away from it, and the count full now on the right fielder from Elmore City-Pernell. Yeah, the Savannah Bananas are as good as they get. Cannot wait to see them. Memorial Day weekend. Payoff pitch on the way here. Little ground ball towards short. Pride is there. Sets, fires, and throws for out number 2. Good job by Ashton. Did not let the baseball play him. He went and got it. Got his feet set and delivered a strike to second base for out, or first base for out number 2. So Kelly Lauderdale will step in. Lauderdale, a single his first time around, and then he came around to score on the double off the fence in center field off the bat of Bryson Arrington. First pitch on the way. Back to the screen. And again, I'm telling you, if there weren't a screen, we would have a ton of baseballs up here in the old broadcast booth. This is good stuff. This is fun. And I'm hoping that in your camera shot, you're able to pick that ball coming back to the screen because it's coming right back at the camera. 0-1 offering here. A couple of hops to Hoppengardner. In fact, one hop. Mason will set, throw, long throw, and a great pick over at first base by Mason Parker. So Mason squared that time. Hoppengardner with the stop on the hot shot and Parker with the pick at first. And the Badgers go quietly in order in inning number 2. We've played 2. It's the Badgers 3, the Tigers nothing. We are Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
Top of the third inning we go. Mangum trailing 3-0 as Noah Frazier has handcuffed them through the first couple of innings. And due up Trey Williams and then Mason Parker. And then back to the top of the order. And we will find Ashton Pride. I'll say hi to Brent Peeler. Says, nice move. Like that pick over at first base a moment ago. It was the third inning last night that Mangum started to figure out McCarthy for Geronimo. See if they can do likewise here in the third against Noah Frazier. That ball foul tipped off of the catcher's glove and then off the umpire. And oof, we have been there a number of times, and it just hurts. And you can't do anything about it. It just clunk, hits you. Kind of like getting hit with a sledgehammer. It just 0-1 pitch now from Frazier to Williams. Trey swinging a miss. 0-2 on Williams. Had a chance to bat last night and then big victory over Geronimo. 17-3, the final score. 0-2 offering on the way from Frazier. Tipped foul, and it's 1-2. Frazier in sunshine, everything else in the shadows, and so he does a good job. We talked about his long delivery. Does a great job of hiding the baseball, and then it comes out of the sunshine and into the shadows, and it's got to be tough on the hitters. Swing and a miss there. Trey Williams gone on strikes. One gone here in the first, or in the third, rather. I don't know. It's been a long week. Mason Parker now will step in. That strikeout, by the way, the third of the ball game through 2 1/3 for Noah Frazier. So Parker, who made a great pick a moment ago defensively, steps in, ninth place hitter. Lines this one foul down the first base line, and he ate up the field umpire. He tried to get out of the way of it, and it just stayed right on him and caught him. I think that may be our good friend Tim Chemansky down there at third. or at first, rather, umpiring. And he doesn't move well unless it's to the dinner line. 0-1 pitch, curveball that stayed upstairs, and the count level at 1-1. And Tim would be the first to tell you that. Justin Terry, the first baseman for the Badgers, he got some rocks in his pockets as well. A couple of big boys down there. Pitch outside to Parker. Mason ahead in the count, 2-1. You win, you play for the title tomorrow at 4. You lose, and you're back tomorrow morning at 10. Yikes. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Upstairs, ball 3. And again, Frazier continues to pop the mitt of Arrington. Three-on offering on the way for the big right-hander. Swing and a miss. Parker right on through that fastball, and the count now full, 3-2. Frazier struck out 2 in inning number 1. He's got one here in the 3rd. There's a shot towards second base, and a good job by Ballantyne to find it. Zane makes the backhanded catch for out number 2. That one may have been off the end of the bat. It at first looked like it was going to be a rocket to right center field, but then kind of fluttered and died, and Ballantyne had to fight the sunshine, but was there for out number 2. So 2 gone here in the 3rd for Mangum. Back to the top of the order we go. Ashton Pride 0 for 1. He fouled to the first baseman to lead off the ball game. And again, that ferocious wind blowing to straightaway center field. The pitch to Pride. Upstairs, 0-1. Actually, 1-0. They called that a ball, didn't they? Okay, yeah. 1-0. And again, that curveball not really snapping off for Noah Frazier. You would think throwing into the wind, it would drop precipitously, but it's not. 1-0 pitch. Bounced in front of home plate. The count 2-0 on Pride. Ashton and company trying to come up with some 2-out magic here in inning number 3, trailing 3-0. Again, just tuning in, wondering about the dimensions. 315 to left down the line, 300 down the right field line, 350 straightaway center. Coming over the top, low with the fastball. Pride runs the count 3-0. Noah Frazier a little bit frustrated. Give Frazier credit, though. He is more than once through the first couple of innings been in a 3-0, 3-1 situation, and he will answer the bell. So Austin Baldwin says, do a job here, kid. Reference to Ashton Pride. He's ahead in the count 3-1. Elaine Mills-Smith has joined us. Hello, Elaine. 3-1 offering, outside ball 4. So Ashton will keep the inning alive with a 2-out walk. And here's Jackson Reisner. Reisner, the center fielder this afternoon. And Coach for Elmore City-Pernell going to come out of the dugout and have a conversation with Noah Frazier. The rest of the infield was ready to join Coach, and Noah on the bump, and Coach kind of waved his arms and said, no, you guys go back. And he had a conversation with Noah, and then he turned his back and he kind of had a little bit more of a conversation. And it wasn't pleasant. He frustrated with his tall right-hander, his coach. So Ashton over at first now, 2 gone. Mangum has had a runner thrown out trying to steal. I don't know that you run here, trailing 3-0, and your second place batter in the box. Reisner late on the pitch, 0-1 on Jackson. Mangum trying to crack the scoring column. They trail 3-0 in the top of the 3rd. 0-1 pitch. There goes Pride. Ball lifted in the air behind home plate. Foul and out of play. And it's 0-2 on Jackson Reisner. So a hit and run there. Jackson trying to shoot that ball on the right side, hoping that Valentine would be covering second base with Pride off with the pitch. 0-2 now on Jackson. Ashton again takes off with the pitch, and the ball gets away from the catcher, and that'll be a stand-up stolen base for Ashton Pride. I don't know that Bryson Arrington would have gotten Pride because he had a huge jump that time. Arrington a seed earlier in the ballgame when he did throw on Ashton Wetzel trying to steal second base. 1-2 now on Jackson. Swing and a miss. Inning is over. A couple of strikeouts in the frame for Noah Frazier. One of those coming after a conversation with his coach. No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, and a runner left on board. And at the end of 2.5, it's still Elmore City-Pernell 3, Mangum nothing, and we're Classic Hits 97.7.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
We yell loud and proud because we love the Mangum Tigers. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattleman's Bank, member FDIC. On and off the field, we support the Tigers through and through because once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. And Cattleman's Bank is Tiger proud.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
Well, hello to Patricia Stover. You just in time for the bottom half of inning number 3 for the Badgers of Elmore City-Pernell. Is to the plate will come Zane Valentine. Zane, the second baseman, popped out to second base his first time around. He's 0 for 1. He'll be followed by Bryson Arrington and then Colby Green. Elmore City with 3 in the 3 in the first inning. Nate Augustine has shut them down since. Pitch downstairs to Valentine, or Tyne actually, and it's 1-0 on Zane. 1-0 pitch on the way. High and tight, ball 2. Mangum fans thought that was a pretty good pitch. Mason Hoppengardner in on the grass at third base to protect against a bunt from the second place hitter in the lineup for Elmore City-Pernell. 2-0 offering on the way here. A little bit low for ball 3, 3-0. So Valentine doing a good job being selective at home plate. He's got the heavy hitting Arrington in the on-deck circle, who pounded one to center field and drove in the first run of the ball game back in inning number 1. 3-0 offering here. Cold strike, and Valentine was headed towards first base, and the home plate umpire said, "Not so fast, my friend." So the count 3-1. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 4, and that one was whoo. You could hear some of the Mangum fans voicing their displeasure. So the leadoff runner aboard here in the third for the Badgers, and that'll bring Arrington to the plate. Bryson again pounded the ball to center field and had it one hop the wall out there. Giving chase was Jackson Reisner, and Reisner gave it all he got. Lauderdale was at first base and had to hold, and he wound up at third, but then both came around to score. Now a wild pitch delivered by Nate Augustine will allow Ballantyne to be in scoring position at second base with nobody out. Making a little flat here this evening. Just not a lot of enthusiasm. You can hear the Badgers on the first base dugout. Kind of noisy. A little lazy fly ball, shallow left field. Going out is Pride, not going to get there. Coming on to get the baseball is Reisner. Jackson got to get it in. Now he finally does and throws it into no man's land. Fortunately, Augustine is there to get it before further disaster. So Arrington, who blasted the ball his first time around, hit this one off the end of the bat, had the healthy swing, but ball didn't go anywhere. However, with the wind blowing the way it is, there's no way that Pride going to be able to get there. Going to get a courtesy runner here, I believe. Yeah, we will. For the Badgers, see if we can't get that for you. And it looks like, I believe, it may have been Blake Arrington that is the courtesy runner. We'll get the number here in a moment, but that's who it looked like, was number 17 in your program. So it'll be interesting to see here. David Henry says, let's go Tigers. It'll be interesting to see if, well, there goes the runner. Nothing interesting to see, and they will allow the courtesy runner to take second base without a throw. So runners at second and third now. Still nobody out. Colby Green ahead in the count, 1-0. Hoppengardner even with the bag at third. Same story over at first for Parker. 1-0 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Parker giving chase and running out of room. Foul ball. Good job by Mason. Located the ball better that time. And simply ran out of room. By the way, I have meant to do this, I don't know, a couple of times and have failed to do so, but it gives me pause right now because he took his helmet off. Jackson Brooks is just a great kid. And, I mean, every time I see him, he comes up, says hello, greets me, asks how I'm doing, is sincere, shakes my hand. Fine young man. So his caretakers, you guys have done a great job. I really enjoy when I see him and wherever it may be. Little ground ball up the middle. Pride will get it. Throw to first. His throw is wide. It will bring Parker off the bag. Everybody going to be safe. And another run comes across home plate for the Badgers. You know, Ashton, I guess, thought he probably needed to hurry that throw. He did have to go a long way for it. His momentum was taking him away into right field, and that's where the throw sailed to. So the courtesy runner is at third. Colby Green safe at first. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Badgers on top here in inning number 3. It's our 4th game of the week for Mangum. They have been 3-0 coming in. First pitch swinging, ground ball. Hoppengardner had it bounce off of his chest, and everybody going to be safe. Back-to-back errors for Mangum. Courtesy runner comes in to score. That's run number 5 for Elmore City-Pernell. Green goes to second. Noah Frazier, the pitcher, on board E5. 5-0 ball game. Mangum still doesn't have anybody out in the inning. And again, give credit to the Badgers. They're putting the ball in play, and Mangum has struggled defensively here this afternoon and this evening. First pitch swinging, and we've said that the last 3 batters. Cole Green will foul this one out of play. 0-1. You get the idea that the second time through the lineup, Badgers beginning to figure out Nate Augustine just a bit. But again, it's not like they're tattooing the ball. I mean, they're just putting the ball in play and taking their chances. 0-1 pitch. Now that one is smacked into center field. And now it bounces away from Reisner. Scoring easily is Green. Here comes Frazier. He's on his horse. He'll score, and winding up at third base will be Cole Green. So Colby Green scores the third run of the inning. Noah Frazier follows him home. And winding up at third is Cole Green. Ball took a wicked hop out there in center field and bounced away from Jackson Reisner. And it's a 7-0 ball game. Runner at third and just one out in the inning. Well, no, there's no outs. Scoreboard has an out. I don't have any outs in the inning. I don't think that's right. I think runner at third, nobody out here in the third. Mangum trailing 7-0. And again, first pitch swinging. That'll be a base hit into shallow left center field for Justin Terry. Give him an RBI. And as Casey Kasem once said, the hits just keep coming. 8-0 now. Casey Kroom going to go out and have a conversation with Nate Augustine. 8-0, nobody out. Runner aboard here in inning number 3 for the Badgers. We're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
8-0. Elmore City-Pernell on top of Mangum. As we play in the bottom of the third inning, runner at first base. And a bunt down the third base line that will go foul for Dawson Milligan. 0-1 on Milligan. He struck out his first time around. And I'll tell you what, right now, that's exactly what Nate Augustine needs is a strikeout. Hoppengardner way in at third base. Justin Terry, big kid, doesn't run all that well, but the way things have gone here this afternoon in the seating for the Badgers, it's all gone their way. Seeing eye hits, and some questionable defense by Mangum. And they'll throw down Terry back in safely as Milligan swings at strike 2. 0-2 on Dawson. So I was trying to listen in, Coach. Coaching up his base runner over at first base. He may have missed a sign there. That one cued off the end of the bat foul. And it'll say 0-2 on Dawson Milligan. And we like the coach. He's fiery. He's getting his club wound up here, not letting them sit on their laurels. 0-2. Here in the third, the count on Dawson Milligan. Again, Nate Augustine really needing a strikeout right about now. 8th place hitter in the box. 0-2 pitch on the way. Off speed, got him. Good pitch there. Great pitch, in fact, by Nate Augustine. So that is the second time he has struck out Milligan, this time of the backwards K variety. And now Izzy Robinson will step in. Robinson hit a ground ball to short his last time around, and Mangum could use a 6-4-3 double play right about now. The old pitcher's friend. And again, the scoreboard shows 2, but the home plate umpire just signaled there's only 1 out in the inning. So, yeah, they've got it corrected now. 1 gone in the frame. Mangum not out of it yet. And a pitch backhanded and knocked down by Jackson Brooks. Good job by Brooks there. Count 1-0 on Izzy. Timeout going to be taken here. And Tommy Pride going to coach up Jackson Brooks here. He pointed out at Nate Augustine. I'm not sure what that. Okay, now I see. Talking to Jackson about positioning his body in front of the baseball, not trying to backhand it. You got to go out there and get your body in front of it. He was lucky enough to get enough glove on it that it kept it from rolling away far enough to allow Justin Terry to advance. He's still at first base. I'm like Coach Pride. You want to keep that double play situation set up. Good job that time by Jackson. He moved over. Brooks knocked down the baseball, located it, and again kept the runner at first base. Nate Augustine facing the ninth place hitter here, and again would love to coax him into a ground ball towards short. Izzy does run well, so, you're going to have to turn it. There's a curveball, 2-1 now on Robinson. And in the inning, that curveball has worked better than anything for Nate Augustine. Elmore City-Pernell, by the way, they are a 2A baseball team just like Mangum is. That surprised me when I looked up their information earlier today. Robinson taking a long time looking for signs down at his coach, and coach says, get in the box and hit. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Swing and a miss, to the count level at 2-2. Oh, that is so good. We love it. By the way, the Badgers come in 11-5 on the year. Travis Jennings, the coach that we've been referencing, and they played a pretty stout schedule throughout the campaign. Played in the Red Dirt Classic last weekend. Tournament over at Kanawha. And they beat Kanawha 5-4. And then knocked off Rush Springs 6-5. 2-2 pitch upstairs for a ball. That'll run the count full now. 3-2 on Izzy Robinson. If you're Nate Augustine, you've got to be around home plate on this. He needs that ground ball double play. Top of the order. And Lauderdale waiting in the on-deck circle. And Kelby makes it to home plate. The Badgers will have batted around here in the third. He will make it to home plate, ball 4. So the ninth place hitter will coax a walk out of Nate Augustine. And that'll move Justin Terry up 90 feet to second base. Still just one out. Lauderdale grounded out to third on a nice play by Mason Hoppengardner to end inning number 2. And right now, if you're Mangum, you need an Adam ball big time. Augustine laboring in the third. Curveball upstairs, 1-0. 8 across total, and 5 of those have come in this inning for the Badgers. Count 1-0 on the leadoff hitter, Lauderdale. Pops it up on the infield. Should be an infield fly, and finally, after Augustine makes the catch for out number 2, the home plate umpire makes the call. Come on, guys. I'm going to give the home plate umpire some grace here. I think maybe he was waiting to see if the ball was going to drift back into fair territory. So we'll give him that grace. Here's the guy that started the inning, Zane Ballantyne, the second baseman. He walked, advanced on a wild pitch, and came around to score. The first run of the inning, the 4th of the ball game. Looks at a strike here, 0-1. So again, Augustine trying to work himself out of this jam without any further damage. His club trails 8-0. We're in the third. Can't afford to fall any further behind. You could be victimized by the run rule. Valentine looks at 0-2, and again, that's the curveball. We talked about the wind and how it helps when it's in your face as a pitcher and you go off speed. And I think Nate has figured it out here in the third inning, and I don't know that I go away from that curveball. I mean, obviously you got to throw in a fastball every once in a while to keep him off balance. But again, 0-2. I think I'm going Uncle Charlie. Did take something off of it, and Valentine able to get a piece of it and roll it back on the roof above us. It'll stay 0-2 on Zane. Justin Terry at second. Izzy Robinson at first. 2 gone in the inning. And again, Badgers have got 5 across in the frame and 8 for the ball game. We're in the bottom of the third. Badgers won the coin toss and, of course, elected to be the home team. Augustine, pitch on the way here. Left it into left field, giving chase, and not getting there will be the right fielder. Now the ball gets away. Dennis has that one rolled to the wall. Scoring easily is Justin Terry. Behind him is a Robinson. He is safe, and winding up at third will be Zane Valentine. Oh, my. So a single, an RBI, and then an error out in left field allows 2 more runs to come homeward. And it's a 10-0 ball game. Bottom half of inning number 3. Bryson Arrington will step in. Arrington 2 for 2. He has hit one a ton to center field, doubled, came around to score a run, singled his last time up in a little blooper behind second base, scored then as well. Well, his position did. They had a courtesy runner for him. So the inning continues for the Badgers. 10-0 ball game. And swinging for the fences there was Arrington. Oh, my. What a cut by Bryson. He corkscrewed himself into the batter's box there at home plate. 0-1 now on Arrington. 0-1 pitch. Popped up back behind us. Will it hit the roof? It did. And I'm telling you, that is right. I mean, that's coming down right on top of my coconut if we don't have the shield above us. Count 0-2 on Bryson. Runner at third base, 2 gone here in inning number 3. And it's a 10-0 ball game. The Badgers out in front of the Tigers. Mangum got to get out of the inning here right now and then find a way to score some runs in the top of the 4th. 0-2 pitch. Ooh, looked pretty good. A little bit outside, said home plate umpire. And that'll make it 1-2 now. Arrington versus Augustine. 2 gone in the 3rd. Runner at 3rd. And the 1-2 pitch. Rolled on the ground. Hoppengardner picked it up on the hop, fires to first, and the inning will come to an end. But not before 7 runs come home in the frame for this group from Elmore City-Pernell. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Badgers on top 10-0. We are Classic Hits 97.7.
The Mangum Star News has been serving southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Hi, I'm Anna at Dapper 14 Boutique in Mangum. Are you looking for new clothes and accessories that are on trend, flattering, and comfy? Dapper 14 is just the place. We carry sizes small through 3X. Stop by 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Find us on Facebook or Instagram, or visit the website at dapyr14.com. We appreciate our customers, we love our community, and we always root for the Tigers.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Top of the board set to unfold here on Classic Hits 97.7 OKSports.tv. Classic Hits Facebook page, and of course on Tiger TV. Mangum trailing 10-0. Good part of the order due up here is numbers 3, 4, and 5. And Mangum going to have to make some noise. And I believe if I have the run rules correctly, they're going to have to score at least one here in the frame to keep the ball game alive. And again, you lose, you come back and play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you win that ball game, you'll play again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for third place. You lose tomorrow at 10, obviously you are done for the day. So here we go. Augustine steps in. Nate reached on an error his first time around. He's 0 for 1. Takes cold strike 1 from Noah Frazier. And Frazier now beginning to find the off-speed pitch, the curveball, using that breeze. I will say this. The wind has settled some, and it is supposed to as the night progresses. And tomorrow should be a gorgeous day. 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. 0-2. Wow. I did look at the forecast for next weekend. Of course, it's Easter weekend. And maybe a bit chilly. Mid-60s maybe. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Augustine gone on strikes to lead off inning number 4 for Mangum. Check the strikeouts. See the ball game now for the lanky Noah Frazier. And I have got him for 5 Ks in the ball game. And 2 in the first. 2 more in the third. And begins inning number 4 with a strikeout. So here's Mason Hoppengardner. Hoppengardner struck out looking to end inning number 1. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Curveball that Hoppengardner nearly ducked into. 1-0. And the shadows here are a little bit funky. And for a while, most of the infield covered up with shadows, but now we're getting more sunshine crossing both home plate and the pitcher's mound. Mason swinging a miss on the fastball. 1-1 now on Hoppengardner. Jackson Brooks waits in the on-deck circle. Noah Frazier has handcuffed Mangum here this afternoon. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball upstairs, 2-1. Noah got a delivery that, we talked about how long it is, but the tail end of it, he just explodes with the right arm. 2-1 pitch, off the fist, back to Frazier. He'll flip to first, and there are 2 gone in inning number 4 for Mangum. That bat may have been broken there. As Mick and the boys used to say, Shadooby, shattered. So here's Jackson Brooks. Brooks flying to right his first time around. He's 0 for 1. And if I have the run rules correct, final hope for Mangum here in the top half of inning number 4. As they trail 10-0. And I believe I was told 12, 10, and 8. 3, 4, and 5 inning-wise. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. You watch that delivery of Frazier, and you see what I mean. He's very deliberate. And then right at the end, he just uncorks. 1-0 pitch. Off the fist, rolled towards second base. Ballantyne is there. He'll flip the first, make the play, and Mangum goes quietly in the 4th. 1, 2, 3, and that will end the ball game with the run rule. So Mangum comes up empty in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on board. And Elmore City-Pernell advances to the championship game tomorrow at 4 as they rule Mangum 10-0. Back after this, Classic Hits 97.7.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
So this one is over, 10-0. The final score, victory goes to Elmore City-Pernell. Badgers scored 3 in the first, 7 more in the third. Mangum handcuffed throughout the ball game. And again, my book is unofficial, but I have Mangum with no hits through 4 innings of work and 5 strikeouts as well for Noah Frazier. So the big lanky right-hander got it done this afternoon and this evening for the Badgers. So Mangum, their third loss of the year against 5 victories, will return tomorrow morning at 10. We'll have the ball game for you beginning at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning here from Hobart. And a victory at 10 will propel Mangum into the third place ball game at 2 tomorrow afternoon. Obviously, if you lose, you are through. So again, the final score, 10-0. Elmore City-Pernell advances to the championship round of the Big Bat Tournament here in Hobart. Thanks for joining us tonight on Classic Hits 97.7. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10.